Hey guys, it's Blackstone Betty. It's summertime just about, which means I am in the mood for seafood, and with the new Walmart exclusive pizza oven, I am going to show you guys how you can make a Clambake sheet pan dinner or lunch or even breakfast if it's your thing in the pizza oven. This takes minutes. It's so simple and so delicious. It's buttery. It of course includes my favorite Old Bay seasoning. I just know you guys are gonna love it, so join me while we get to cooking. Guys, you know I love my seafood. I love clams, mussels, shrimp, crab legs, every kind of seafood that there is. I will eat it. I want it all. In this video, we are making a shrimp boil or a clam bake sheet pan. This dinner is going to take just seconds. I can't wait to get started. So let's get our Blackstone pizza oven preheated so that we can get this onto the dinner table. While our pizza oven is preheating, I have a stick of unsalted butter in a small pot. I'm gonna stick this right into the pizza oven to start to melt. Our butter is only gonna take a couple minutes in there to melt, so we have to get all of our ingredients into a large mixing bowl so that we can combine everything. For any clam bake, you're always gonna want to have some corn on the cob and potatoes. Now these two things I've already parboiled in the house earlier, so they're nice and soft to touch. Our corn is just about cooked. We're gonna add a few of these in here. Now the good thing about a clam bake in the pizza oven, since we don't have a lot of room like an oven traditionally, we're gonna use a smaller pan or a disposable tray. Either one works. You can make as many of these as you want. You could make little cute individual sized ones, but have some corn in there. As for our potatoes that are parboiled, I'm just gonna slice these in half and then add them to my bowl. They're still just a little bit warm, which is good. This is gonna make them cook just as fast as our seafood is gonna cook. You could do them in half or in quarters. We'll add these to the bowl. We're gonna add some kielbasa. You could do kielbasa or Italian mild sausage, either one. I've sliced this up. We're gonna add that to our mixing bowl. Before we keep going, we're gonna take out our butter. Ooh, it actually needs just another minute, which is perfect because now I'm going to crush our garlic cloves. I have 4 fresh garlic cloves. Fresh garlic is key for seafood. Just a little crush of this and into our mixing bowl this goes. Now I have these gorgeous shrimp. These are jumbo shrimp. I've peeled them and left the tails on. The tails you want to keep on. They will hold all of this buttery Old Bay juice, which is perfect for handle and for sucking out that delicious juices inside. Next up, I'm gonna be adding our mussels. Now these mussels I've already de-bearded and washed in the sink just under some cold water, scrubbing off any sand. One more. And then I'm gonna add some clams. These are little neck clams that I've scrubbed. I actually let these sit in some cold water, constantly changing it for about 20 minutes, every 5 minutes changing the water, just so that they spit out any extra sand, because nobody likes a sandy seafood dish. We're almost ready to get this into the pizza oven, so let's get our butter out. Now it's fully melted. Look at that butter, how delicious. It's all melted. You could also add some white wine or some beer if you wanted to into this recipe. We're gonna season up our butter with our Old Bay, as much or as little as you want. I always go heavy on the Old Bay because I love it. We'll give it a quick mix, and then we're gonna add this right over our seafood. Like I said, you could make these into personal size dinners if you wanna use the toss away round tins or square ones. Anything will work, or I'm just gonna use this trusty little baking tray. This I use for fish and all different kinds of sheet pan meals in the pizza oven. It's perfect, and I actually showed you guys a fish sheet pan dinner using some cod and asparagus, some little cherry tomatoes. It was delicious. You can check that out on my Instagram. Now all we need to do is pour this delicious Old Bay butter all over our seafood, making sure that every single piece in this bowl gets coated with this butter. Now let's drop this down onto our baking sheet. We're gonna add some lemon wedges that I've cut up, squeezing just a little bit of that juice all around and everything. A little bit of fresh parsley leaves, just zhuzh it up a little bit. Before we put this in, I'm going to add just a little bit more Old Bay because I can never have enough. And then we're gonna get this into the pizza oven. While our seafood cooks in the pizza oven, we'll let that hang out and cook for about 5 minutes before we rotate it around front to back. While that's cooking, hanging out, doing its thing, let's get some flat leaf parsley chopped up roughly. This is for zhuzhing up at the end. We'll take a peek at our sheet pan and everything is looking perfect. Our clams are starting to open up. Our mussels are starting to open up. Our corn, which we already parboiled, and our potatoes as well are getting nice and warmed up in there, absorbing all of that butter and Old Bay. We're getting a nice char on the tails of our shrimp, as well as our kielbasa. Now this is done after about 10 to 12 minutes. We'll pull this out and finish it off with a little extra lemon squeeze, adding some lemon wedges right on top of our tray, a little extra post dust of our Old Bay, and that parsley for a pop of green and freshness. Now this looks absolutely gorgeous and it took only 10 minutes. I am so happy with this. I cannot wait to dip into all of the juices at the bottom of this pan, all that butter, all the juices from the clams and mussels that come out. It's gonna be so delicious. Now you guys have to go make it and try it at home. Get creative with different seafood in the pizza oven. Remember, the pizza oven is not just for pizza. There are so many things that you can do with this thing. If you're making this, be sure to post a picture and tag Blackstone and tag me, Blackstone Betty. Until next time, I am Blackstone Betty, and I will see you guys in the next video. I am going to go enjoy my seafood. So good.